It's time to unbox another package, and this time we have one from Steve Fletcher at Wavem Studios. Now, Steve produced a documentary film, The Commodore Story, Changing the World 8 Bits at a Time, and during that he met several key people in the Amiga scene, and that got him interested in doing a documentary as a follow-up on Amiga. Then, of course, the pandemic hit and made filming very difficult. So Amiga 2020 became Amiga Live and Kicking. Alive and Kicking. So we have an art card, and then, as he did with the Commodore Story, we have a set of top trumps, and this is the Amiga themed top trumps. So we've got models of Amiga and the new FPGA, emulation, and next gen, and accelerator boards. So standard's got a game of top trumps, some great imagery on there, nice little extra. And so, Amiga Live and Kicking, been filmed over the last couple of years. As I say, restrictions due to the pandemic have made things difficult. Filmed over 3 years at many Amiga and Commodore events. We look at new games, new Amiga computers, and legacy boosting hardware, including next generation FPGA accelerators and emulators. Amiga is not just a computer, it is the people, the community. Amiga forever. So total runtime 4 hours. Bonus disc 2 is Commodore Alive and Kicking. More about Commodore and Retro Revival. So you see 2 Blu-rays in there. And I will disclose now that I am in the film myself. I was interviewed by Steve in my computer room, as I was done for the Commodore Story. And so, once I've had the time to check out and watch the documentary, I will add to this video to let you know my thoughts. So we're back to review the Blu-ray of Amiga Live and Kicking, and as we saw before, there are 2 discs. The main disc has a single special feature with executive producer Bill Vanagolius from Discrete FX with his presentation on his own Amiga history and how the series developed. And the film itself is well presented with 3D graphics by Paul Kitching and some great music from Chris Hurlsbeck. It moves through an introduction sequence with various people talking about the Amiga, including Dave Haney and RJ Mikkel, and then into a series of interviews and reports from various retro events from the last 3 years, many of which were of course affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. And there are also reports on the latest hardware developments, and an excellent selection from Amiga Bill Winters, the streamer, talking through and showing off many of the great physical editions of recent new Amiga games. And that was a highlight for me. Some great examples there of the quality of new games and how well they are presented. And I myself appear 2 or 3 times in the main documentary talking about the current prospects and the future for the Amiga. And running time of that is 100 minutes, 1 hour 40, and really enjoyed it. And it gives a good look at the current scene and how many different projects are going on, looking at not only, as I say, the new games, but also the hardware, the cases from Checkmate, and the rise in FPGA emulation, and other options such as the PyStorm accelerator. So then we have the bonus disc, disc 2, and the main part of that is Commodore Alive and Kicking, a documentary looking at the wider Commodore scene, including Commodore 64, and again I feature in that, talking about Commodore 64 and games, and an aspect I think is important, that the scene as a whole, the game industry, tries to preserve more of its history and to keep things alive. And the final section, the extra on this disc, is Retro Revival. Again, this is looking back at various events, the Play Expos in Manchester, London and Blackpool, Retcon and Gamescom in Germany, Cologne. And so that's talking to people about how they see the current interest, the current revival in retro, and where things are going in the future. So there's another almost 2 hours of footage then on the second disc. This is backed by more 3D graphics from Paul Kitching and music from Rob Hubbard, Jason Page, Mark TDK Knight and Marcel Donnet. So a great treat for fans of Commodore remixes there. So that's my look and review of Amiga Alive and Kicking, filmed over the last 3 years by Steve Fletcher and Wavem Studios, the CommodoreStory.com for the website, and also then the Commodore Story Changing the World 8 Bits at a Time is also still available. This is the Blu-ray edition, which I purchased through Kickstarter, as well as appearing in it. So I hope you've enjoyed this look at the documentary, and like, share, subscribe, comment below, and I'll see you in the next video.